Thousands of years ago, the world was divided into two, where the predators and the prey were against each other, until the world evolved and they moved from their savage ways, living in harmony. Moving on, Judy was in a show where she told them that young mammals had multitudinous opportunities. This made them very happy, so they picked up careers. Judy's aim was to make the world a better place, so she chose to be a police officer. The next day, Judy's parents were walking with her on the road when they tried convincing her to quit being a police officer. They were still talking when Judy noticed a trauma scene. She went there immediately, meeting Gideon, who forcefully collected the tickets of some bunnies. She tried commanding him, and this made him very angry, so he scratched her on the face. He left them immediately, after which she was able to save the tickets from him. The little preys were happy and thanked her for regaining their tickets. Moving on, Judy tried to train with other Zootopia officers, but was written off because she couldn't achieve anything in the training. That night, she practiced a little, perfecting it the next day when she was able to pass the training sessions. Forging ahead, in this scene, we see the mayor of Zootopia announcing Judy Hopps to the people, who was the first police graduate of the Mammal Inclusion Program. They cheered as she climbed to the pavement, where she was assigned to the city center, after which she took some pictures with the mayor. Judy's parents congratulated her after the event, as they watched her enter the train to Zootopia. The kids waved their hands to her as she left her hometown. She experienced a wonderful journey as she saw magnificent atmospheres and artifacts. Reaching there, she was shown the Grand Pangolin Arms luxury apartment. Judy loved the apartment and the environment, after which she rested on the couch. At sunrise, she set off to the police headquarters, where she met Benjamin Clawhauser, who was the receptionist officer. Benjamin was shocked on seeing a bunny as a police officer. He later directed her to the ward where she met other police officers, who were all predators. Within some seconds, Chief Bogo arrived there to address them on a case of 14 missing mammals, after which he distributed the regular assignments to them. The last one was the parking duty, which was left for Judy to handle. She was not pleased with it, so she ran to him, pleading to handle one of the mammal cases. She also tried to prove her experience by reminding him that she was the first in her academy. Chief Bogo then gave her an assignment to write up 100 tickets that day. Before noon, she was able to make 200 tickets. Just immediately, Judy saw a fox popularly known as Nick, who was suspicious to her, so she followed him down to the ice cream joint, where Nick wanted to buy an ice cream for his bunny. On seeing the bunny, she had pity on Nick and cleared off the suspicious outlook. Nick wanted to pay for the ice cream when he couldn't find his money. Luckily, Judy, with the sympathy in her, paid for the ice cream and came out with them, after which they thanked her. Not long after, Judy was surprised on seeing them carrying out a suspicious act, so she followed them down to where they reproduced the flavor. They were later seen selling it to some students who patronized them. Within a flash, they were able to make some income. Nick settled the bunny with some money, after which he drove off immediately. Just immediately, Judy appeared in front of him and wanted to arrest him for selling illegal products, when he proved himself right by showing her a license. They were still arguing when Judy got trapped in white cement, after which Nick disappeared from her sight. She came back that night with a depressed heart when she received a call from her parents, who noticed that she was a meter maid. This made them glad, as they thought she wasn't in the main force. The next day, she resumed her work as a meter maid, but was later seen in her cab when someone came to report to her about his robbed shop. Judy took up the case and began to pursue the thief. She was able to fling him off the train and held him with a large donut, down to the headquarters, where Chief Bogo sought her presence. He wasn't pleased with Judy for abandoning her post as a meter maid. Chief Bogo wasn't in any mood to allow her to be a real officer, as she pleaded for that. Just then, Mrs. Otterton came in to complain about her husband, who had been missing for days, but unfortunately, Chief Bogo wasn't in the position to help her. Just immediately, Judy agreed to look for him, after which Mrs. Otterton thanked her and left them to continue their conversation. In there, she was given 2 days to find Emmett Otterton and was also warned not to strike out. Benjamin then provided the case file and information she needed for the operation. Judy met Nick on the road and threatened him about the tax he owed since he was 12. Nick didn't take it seriously until he saw that it was recorded in a pen. Judy then used the pen to get his favor in looking for the missing Emmett Otterton. Later on, they went to the Mystic Spring, where they met a naturalist who brought them to a Nengi that gave them a clue, which was the plate number. They were later seen in a place where the people were all sloths, so they reached out to one of them who helped them with the printing of the warrant and the location of where he was. They came out and headed to Tundra Town, which was closed. Judy made Nick jump the gate by throwing the pin there, after which she appeared before him. Moving on, they saw a car with the same plate number they were given, so they entered the car and saw polar bear fur. They were still in the car when Nick sensed that a notorious criminal popularly known as Mr. Big was around them. They wanted to leave hurriedly when they saw 2 big bears in front of them, after which they were taken to a zone. In there, they saw Mr. Big, who wanted to ice them because of how Nick had mischief-ed him in the past. Luckily, they got saved by his daughter, who pleaded on their behalf. He was also able to grant them a favor by locating them to Manches in the Rainforest District, who would give them more information about Emmett. They got to his door and knocked subsequently, after which he came out and narrated to them how he became a savage, jumping out of the car with continuous yelling about the night howlers. Just immediately, he went inside, so they came in and saw that he was infected and had become a savage immediately. They ran for their lives as he pursued them hastily. Judy also called Benjamin to send backup for them. Suddenly, Nick was about to be killed by the savage when he was saved by Judy, who chained him. Sooner, Chief Bogo and other officers arrived at the scene when Judy wanted to show him the savage, but unfortunately, it had disappeared. This made Chief Bogo disappointed in Judy again, and this time, he wanted to collect her badge. Nick then came out and told him that the time that was given to her hadn't expired, so they forged ahead. Moving on, they were seen in the assistant mayor's office, where they saw that the night howlers were the wolves. They also searched for their location. Reaching there, they were able to enter a room where they saw the 14 missing mammals. Just immediately, they heard a voice, so they ran to a corner. Surprisingly, they saw the mayor, who was the mastermind of the case. Judy's phone rang immediately and caught their attention. They immediately notified the security alarm, which made the wolves invade immediately. At that moment, they had already drowned into the water. Chief Bogo, on the other hand, was in his office when Benjamin came in and informed him about the 14 mammals that were discovered by Judy. Just then, they were at the scene when they arrested the mayor and the wolves involved in the crime. Moving on, in this scenario, we see Chief Bogo commemorating Judy at the press conference, where she uttered that all predators are likely to go savage. This statement annoyed Nick and made him walk out on her. Sooner, it was all over the news on how Judy discovered the missing mammals. Judy was in her office when Chief Bogo told her that the new mayor needed their presence. In there, the mayor gave her the mantle of leadership of the ZPD, which she rejected, leaving them unhappy. She headed back to her town, where her parents encouraged her. Just immediately, Gideon arrived there, after which she was told that he works with them. Judy approached Gideon, and he apologized for being rude and frantic. They were still talking when he gave her some pies. Her parents were talking when she heard that bunnies can go savage. Judy also got some information from them that made her drive back to Zootopia. She met Nick, who forgave her for her actions. They later got hold of a guy in Mr. Big's house who confessed to them how he sold an article to the night howlers. Forging ahead, they were seen in a train when they gathered some evidence. Still moving, the predators tried to attack, after which they handled them. They later entered the museum and found the mayor there, who commanded them to hand over the evidence. But unfortunately, they refused and wanted to run when they got blocked, so they had to hide in a corner. Judy was already injured, so they slowed down. Later on, the officers were able to appear at the scene, arresting the mayor for being the mastermind of the savage case. Emmett, on the other hand, was relieved of his illness. At the press conference, Judy spoke to the other officers, after which she made Nick a police officer. Forging ahead, the police officers were all in the ward when they received their assignments from Chief Bogo. Judy and Nick were in the cab when they came down to see that the culprit was Flash. That's how the movie ended. Stay tuned to this channel for more gripping and engaging videos like this, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.